Hello and welcome back to another video. This is my September bullet journal layout and it is Lego themed. For the cover, I just had so much trouble trying to figure out what I wanted it to look like. I didn't know if I wanted it to be like the letters made out of bricks, or if I wanted to have like Lego people or make like a Lego town. I couldn't figure it out. And then I saw this like Lego ad, just like a generic poster, and it was just like the word Lego and then it had bricks around the back, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. So I decided to just do the abbreviation of September. I did not feel like drawing all of the letters, and I didn't think it would look as nice. It just like in that space, I just thought it would look weird, and I wanted the letters to be really big and take up as much space in that middle section as possible, because I didn't want a bunch of dead space around it. So I did that. So then you've got, I traced the letters, I found the font on Pinterest, and then I traced the letters, and I didn't want the yellow section to get messed up, so I colored in the black section first, and then I outlined the red section of the letters, and I did the yellow part last, because then that way there was like no chance of it bleeding or something coloring over the yellow. Yeah, that was just what I decided to do. So that part was super easy, super chill. I want to try some different markers that aren't as streaky, because in the back, in the red, you can see like all of the brush strokes from the markers. It's not a big deal, like I don't care that much, but I would like to try some other markers where it's more cohesive in appearance. Then we have all of the blocks. So many blocks. First, I just went through and outlined all of the blocks, and then in that bottom left hand corner, I kind of sketched out like a little bit more detail of like, okay, here's what they're gonna look like. And then once I got it down, then I just went and I outlined all the blocks around the entire border, and I picked out my colors. I wanted to, like, I know the Legos, they come in all colors, like you can get them every color, but I really wanted to stick to that more like primary color palette, so that's what I did here. And then I was trying to figure out how to make the circles of the little notches stick out more. So first I colored it in and I outlined it with the markers, but it wasn't jumping out as much, especially with some of the lighter colors like the yellow and green. You couldn't see them as well, so then I was like, oh, I'll try it outlining it with a pen, and I did a test one in that bottom left, that green square at the very bottom, and I said, okay, I like this. So then I picked out all of the like matching pins, because I've got a couple different shades of blue and green, and so then I picked out the ones that would work the best, and then I went through after coloring in all the blocks and outlining the circles so that they stand out more. And then that was kind of it for the cover, and I think it turned out really nice. I really like it. It took so long to draw this out with all the blocks, and then coloring it and outlining everything, it took a long time. This is the longest page that it took out of the whole journal, or this whole layout. So then at the end, I wanted some more depth to the blocks, so I went around and I kind of did a little bit of shading with some colored pencils around the edges and the circles. Again, I've never taken any drawing classes. I don't know a whole bunch about shading, just like very minimal things, but I just wanted it to look a little bit more, especially the yellow, which on camera the yellow kind of looks all blended and flat, but in real life there is more contrast with the block color and then the circles, and especially when I added the color pencil to the yellow, it really did become more defined. And I also went around and I outlined the edges of the blocks as well. I tried to color in some of the red to see if it would get rid of the streakiness of the markers, but it didn't, so I let it be. Again, it's fine, it's not terrible, but it is what it is. For my task tracker, kept it simple. I did blocks. The rest of the journal, really simple. It's the standard layout. I have my financial tracker. Again, I think for the next month, I'm not going to do the expenses one at the bottom because I didn't use it as much and it felt redundant. I just thought I would try it out, but I didn't actually use it. So I'll keep the top parts of the financial tracker because I did use those. They are helpful for budgeting and stuff, but the expenses one at the bottom I was not using, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it, and I don't know what I'm gonna put down there. We'll see what I do down there. It might just be blank and I might just draw a little doodle there so that space is filled. But yeah, so we'll see what happens for October, and I already know my theme for October and I'm super excited about it. Alright, so then we've got my gratitude and reflection log. Again, these are the most simple pages because it's mostly open for text, but because I have moved the mood and energy tracker onto its own page, the bottom was left open. So then I was like, what do I want to put down here? And I was like, oh well, this is stuff that I was already wanting to track, and like I had been tracking previously and I wanted to keep tracking, so then I just moved it here and it has more space. So I've got my ideal morning routine like checklist, and then I have like a dot tracker for my workout and writing tracker. Super cute. I didn't number the days because I was like, that's too much, but it's just a dot. You can just count them to find out what day you're on. Put a little dot in it if you did it. And then I got on the other side, I moved my what I watched this month. Previously it was in the monthly review, and now I have it in its own section because I would run out of space all of the time for what I watched. So now it has more space for all of the things. And look at how cute the mood and energy tracker is. I had to do Lego faces. What for the mood track? That's the most obvious thing to jump to. So it's Lego heads, and then the energy tracker is the different colors, and the mood tracker obviously is the faces. So I didn't have any patterns this time. I just have the different colors. So then I've got different color Lego heads and I draw the faces on them. And I wanted to add some color to the final page with the favorites and the review, my favorites and review page. So I outlined some of the sections, added some colors. My favorite audio section, I drew way too many boxes. I was on autopilot and I didn't count them, and I had way too many. So there's a whole extra row of boxes that doesn't need to be there. And then when I realized that while I was numbering, I was like, oh. So then I just colored it in, and now there's just a green stripe. But this is the final results for my journal. It looks so cute. I really, really love this layout. It's great. And then here's just a couple of pictures of what it looks like as I've been filling it out, because it's almost the end of September when I'm putting this video up, so I have stuff that's filled in now. That's some of the stuff that I watched this month. Did you guys watch any of those things? And I just like how bright and colorful everything was. It was super cute. I think this is one of my favorite layouts that I've ever done. But thank you for watching. Have a nice rest of your day. Bye bye.